Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a breakdown on Team Deathmatch and the Cleaner Faction, and I'm going to tell you why the Cleaners are the best faction to be using in Team Deathmatch. But I also am going to give you some tips when it comes to Team Deathmatch. Maybe a tip that you already know, but for people who probably don't know this, it's unbelievable for ranking up your weapons. People are calling it a glitch, but I don't think it's a glitch. It's necessarily been put in there to actually promote you actually chaining kills together, to give your team the edge and you a bonus for doing well in Team Deathmatch. And a lot of people maybe not recognize this, and I don't think it was explained from Mark Rubin and Xdefiant either. So the first thing is, when you're playing Team Deathmatch, you'll see you would have got a kill. My second kill went up to 150 there. If I get another kill, you'll see that go up to 200, 250, 350 and 450. So you might have seen people in your lobby probably have less kills than you but have a lot more score. The reason they have more score is because they've been rewarded with more XP that goes directly to their weapon XP and rank, because they've chained kills together and they ran a kill streak. So if you can get a 5 for 1 kill streak and then a 5 for 1 or a 3 for 2, kill streaks are the way to go. So it actually causes you more if you run and die 1 for 1, where you can gain if you actually slow the pace down a little bit, check out where the fight is actually going, maybe step off a little bit, hit 1 or 2 kills, then move again. This game mode isn't about completely sprinting around, but it's also not about camping either. Where compared to other game modes where it's really objective based, got to capture the objective, you don't really care how many deaths that you get, it's all about running the objective, which is great. But now I want to move on to why the Cleaners are the #1 faction to be running and how come they shine in this game mode compared to any other game mode. And let's be honest, they were probably one of the weakest ones outside of DedSec. So let's get into the Cleaner. So the first thing that I want to look at is basically the Purifier, the flamethrower that basically ensures a thoroughly sterilized. So basically that enemies are thoroughly sterilized. It's so funny. But basically the actual Ultra is not great. It really isn't great because it only works about 10 yards to 10 meters as well. It's not too bad if you're in a sticky situation and maybe you've run out of bullets and you can pull it out, or if you've been in a bit of a firefight and there's 1 or 2 around you and maybe someone in the echelon on your faction has maybe thrown out a radar and you can see a few people, you can throw it out. But it's not great, but it's still very powerful. But I will say that it's probably the second best for Team Deathmatch. Now when it comes to other elements of the faction's abilities, these are absolutely insane in Team Deathmatch. Now we go on to the incendiary drone, the napalm basically grenade that you have that runs a napalm kind of trajectory along the ground and explodes on impact. This is absolutely insane in Team Deathmatch. If you're in a bit of a firefight and someone's holding a corner and you crack one of these out, you're just going to cause absolutely chaos. I've done it already, I've done it in other game modes, and it's just so OP. It just fits so well into this game mode, and I feel like this is something that they wanted to have in the objective based game modes for the Cleaners, but they just really fell short because Echelon just really is so OP, and so is the Phantoms. They're perfectly suited to the objective based game modes. Cleaners are supposed to be these OP heavy hitters, and they just weren't exactly what we thought. But when it comes to Team Deathmatch, it's absolutely insane. What I will say is with the firebomb, it is not the best to be using because technically you're just hitting it off the ground and you got to kill 1 or 2. It's not bad in a sticky situation, which you'll probably see me come into here, where someone runs up the stairs and catches me when I'm reloading. Maybe if I did hit the firebomb there and I had it on, I would have got that kill, but I would have lost out on a lot of kills with the napalm kind of strike that I got as well. But essentially it's not great. It's only very good for when you have that kind of, if you need B or you see someone taking A and you need to kind of run in, slide in, hit that firebomb and kill 2 or 3 of them. But when it comes to the Team Deathmatch, it's not the best. Now what I do want to kind of move on to is basically the passive ability for the Cleaners and why this ability just powers through. It absolutely powers through, and here is one of the main reasons. So as you may know, you basically decrease your weapon range, which is non-existent. That doesn't really exist, I haven't seen it, but you inflict burn damage. Burn damage takes over 2 damage per second up to 8 damage overall. So you get an overall 8 damage. Combine that with a light machine gun, with the fast mag, which reduces your 100 round mag down to 60, reduces your reload speed from 9 to 3.6 on the fast mag, especially with this saw, which is the first light machine gun that you'll get. It's insane. So you're able to reload a lot quicker, move it around a lot quicker, but with those burn damage, hitting 23 damage outside of a headshot, plus that 8 extra damage is 4 bullets that you're gonna need at basically long to medium range, is absolutely insane. So you can see how they benefit, and when you kind of match these up to the Phantoms, which when it comes to Team Deathmatch isn't really great outside of the mag shield. Like if you see a Phantom using their ability in Team Deathmatch, they just look isolated and slow, and they're basically right for the picking. So the ultimate isn't great, but if you hit basically the napalm ability at an ultimate of a Phantom, they're dead straight away. The fire damage hits 10 per hit that they're in it, plus the explosion is 50. They're dead straight off the bat. I'm telling you now, because they can't really move. That damage stays on the ground for 5 seconds, so there you go, it's over 100 straight away. When it comes to DedSec aren't too bad, but they're pretty shitty overall, except for that spoiler that's just extremely irritating. The only other kind of rival you'll have is the Echelon, just due to the fact that their ultimate is that one-shot pistol, and as well they're able to kind of see through walls and basically give that sit rep across. But if you have other people running that in your team, you're absolutely balling. I think the Cleaners just wipe out anybody going forward. But I will say is that you do need to have quick ADS, so anything that allows ADS onto your light machine gun with the Cleaners is great, because you have that quick zoom in. You don't take ages to kind of load up to your face to start getting a couple of shots off, and away you go. And you kind of, the recoil is non-existent as well, so don't really worry too much about the horizontal and vertical recoil, especially on the saw. That I call it the saw. It's the first light machine gun you get. It's very easy to control, and at that medium to kind of short range, you're winning that dogfight every single time. So I just think that the ability to zoom in, you would have seen it right there how quickly I was able to zoom in and out with essentially that kind of kill. As I said there, if I had the firebomb, that probably would have done very well for me, but it didn't. I'd rather the incendiary drone, and it's so much better. I will say that, you know, coming up Cleaner and Cleaner, he was using the MP7. You can see the damage to the output, how quickly and effectively it works in Team Deathmatch, especially if you're not sprinting around and you're just at that medium pace. As a Cleaner, you don't need to kind of sprint into the fight, because you're going to be outdoing anybody with damage anyway. You'll see a lot of people run off, and away you go. I'll just say, guys, that if you are running a Cleaner, definitely use it in Team Deathmatch. You've seen there a couple of seconds after they died as they went around the corner. It's absolutely insane. You'll see this over and over again. But guys, that is all for me. I hope this was a good breakdown. I hope this guide helps you rank up your guns. I hope you maybe fall in love with the Cleaners then after this, because I do think it's a faction that was slept on across every other game mode. Hopefully they can bring something in with DedSec that'll improve that. But you know, I really think that this is what the Cleaners were made for, to have that heavy hitting damage, high kill streaks, and you don't really have to lose amount of gunfights when you're in that objective based mode. But guys, that is all for me. I'd appreciate it if you stuck around this long with the video. Hit a like, hit a sub, help the channel grow. I would love your feedback on this. I'd like to do more breakdowns on other factions as well, in terms of what game modes suit better for them, and what weaponry would suit with that, and what class. Let me know down in the comments below if that's something you would like to see, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for tuning in.